Cool.
Great. So, yeah, sorry, where was I? Sorry about my connection went. This is what we'll do. So in this case, my stop loss, I will trail my stop from where we have entered at this candlestick right here. Every single time I pull back in situation like here, I'll trail my stop when trend continuation. So my previous drop or pullback is going to be where my trail plus is going to be, where I'm going to trail my stop at. But this is not necessary. All right. You don't have to. It's not a must. But obviously, if that's how you trade, you want to secure your pips, you will trail the stop loss below the previous pullback. So my price is up here. I'll trail here. My stop loss will go there. All right. So I'll exit every trades when I reach this area here. This area, my first indication will be trend reversal. Okay, cool. I'll be like, hey, the trend is coming. This is like a watch out. This is not a reversal yet. The vortex gives you the confirmation. You go wait for the vortex to form a full A, all right? To point all the way up for it to drop back down. This is where you've entered right there. You understand? Remember when I said always enter after you see a cross and a red dot for a sell? You enter the candlestick after. And if you enter the candlestick after, all these red candles are yours. All these red candles are yours. Do not be afraid because will pull back up and before it drops back down. Because whenever vertex does not give you two entries, right? Like it did here, you think because there's three V shapes, vertex it went back down before it shoot. No, it's the first one. The rest shapes is a pullback. So here we have two, one there and one there. These are pullback. Do you understand? And same thing if it was to be on the opposite side. If this A formed again here is a pullback, so it would come low before it go up a little bit, but it won't reach. It won't go all the way back. Do you understand? So it will stop here and it will drop back down. Whenever you see a sorry, in this case a V, here you exit, you trade the A forming in the opposite direction. See here, you enter here at the V, you wait for the vortex to point up on the opposite direction to form a V. That's where you exit. Like here, this is an example here for a sell. We sell, we see A shape and the A is pointing up. We exit at this moment here. So I'm waiting for this entry here when I see the green candle. So I can already see here is a potential entry, but I want to be safe. I don't know what the vertex is going to do because it's not quite come down yet. So it's still on the -6. We need to see vertex will come down more before it shoots up, right? So I would wait for a safe entry, which is going to be the first green candle that I see that is formed here. That's when I enter this trade. I will go straight over A. This shape here formed at this side. That's going to be my exit. And in that point, I will see something like this. I'll see the dots and I will come off the dots, exit again. I will trade again for a sell. Do you understand? This strategy is simple as that. A newbie can do this easy. I've basically blocked out all the noise. All the noise that you used to see here, you see a lot of, see here. Let me just put them to a side like this, right? Same pair. This is what you're looking at. This is where the cross is, and this is where it is right now, right here. Let me see if I got it right. Yeah, right there. See, this is well. See a lot of noise happening here. A lot of noise. Scared with this candle on an uptrend. Here, you don't need to worry about nothing. You see in green all the way up. So green continuing. Don't even get scared when you see a red within an uptrend, because this is just a right there. And has not stopped. We didn't see no arrow pointing down from here to tell us that the trend has stopped. We didn't see a shape pointing down here. So we still be in the trade. That trend is yours. All this is yours, right? And we see back here, right? When it's issue here, because more pips for you. You add it here, more pips for you. You add here, you add here, you add that. But one thing add at the top, you don't add for a buy here, because why would you buy here when the trend is gonna come down? And for it to put back in profit, you're gonna have to wait probably up until here. You always trade the opposite of a pullback, right? If it's the buy, you trade the buy side of the pullback. Don't trade the sell, but don't trade when it's going to go down and you trade for a buy up. It does not make sense. That's not how traders do it. We wait for an opportunity like this. Patient is the number one key when it comes to trading. You cannot call yourself a successful or profitable trader if you're not patient. If you want to get pips quick and get a day over and done with, that's not how it works in trading. You have to be patient. If the V is not yet formed, don't be in a hurry to enter your trade before the blue dots. Before you even get into profit, you're gonna have to wait a couple more hours. Be patient, like still the show at the exact time. Because if you take this trade at this candle here, or wait for this candle to close to know that it's, the trend is changing. You see a first green candle form, and then you enter as soon as the second one opens. And then you're gonna ride the trend. You can just ride with the trend until it gives you this. This is where you exit, right? This is where you exit your trend, right there. I've basically knocked. See the difference with this vortex on the left side, this vortex on the right side. They're both two same things, blocked out the high noise, so you can have a clear view of the V shape and where the A shape is. So you have understanding where this trade, you enter it here. You see a trend reversal. The arrow is pointing up. You see the blue one across. You just know if you are patient to get a perfect entry, you would wait for this green candle to close first, and you will take the next candle and then you will ride the trend. Same as here. Here, you won't see it properly. This is where you would put on this is where you see the cross happening, right there. But obviously, you don't get to see this cross clearly. You won't know if it's a green cross or not. But here, at least you would wait a bit longer. Here, you're confused. Where am I entering? What am I looking? Am I looking at white lines, or am I looking at the red, or the blue line? Here you're only looking at two lines. You're looking at the green and red lines. Whenever they cross each other, you just have to be patient to send a market. You wait for the first green to candle, and whenever you see a first green candle, this all is all given to you. The market will not retrace back. Vortex is so powerful. Vortex will not give you a trend. It will be a retracement, heavy trend outward. It will not give you that trend. It will not give you that trade. Vortex give you the opportunity, entry and exit at the same time. You enter for a sell at the A shape, you exit at the V shape. It's simple as that. Off there. I could have used TDI to do the same crossing. If I was to add on my TDI here, we'll see the same crossing on the TDI. We'll see at the same time the vortex. But the thing that the TDI don't give you is the trades. They're not always at the right place. But vortex give you at the exact place, at the exact bottom of the candle. That's where vortex will give you. See here at the very top, and after it gives you that, see the market drops. Here it gives you at the very beginning. After it gives you that, see the market is gonna shoot back up. That is what. So if you were to trade this system, if you were to trade this strategy, once you enter the market, you don't look back. You can just shut down your computer, because we trade on a 1 hour chart. A human only needs 5 hours of sleep, right? So if you were to enter here and go to sleep, which is there, you will be still far in the trend continuing, but yet you wake up with 71 pips, but the trend is still continuing. I can shut down my laptop and go about my business and come back and still in the trade. There, even if it's a short trend within the middle of the night, I need to sleep. Enter that trade. Enter that trade there. Human only need 8 hours of sleep. This is 10 hours. 8 hours right there. You wake up with 61 pips. Here we don't collect 10 pips. 10 pips is baby pips. We don't do that. We used to do that when we first started trading. We didn't have no knowledge of trades. We used to be so scared it will reverse on us. But here we don't do that. We're professionals now. We do things hardcore. We go in deep. We collect everything. We're here for the take. Don't think you enter here, oh, I'm scared the market might go up and then close down again. Nah, Vortex will not do that to you. Vortex is your number one friend. The trend is your friend, and the trend comes from the vortex. Right there. Go to sleep after 15 hours. I don't know what kind of human that will sleep for 15 hours, but it's surely not me. I wake up 3 hours. I'll still be in the trend. I'll still be 34 pips deep, and we're still continuing. And it's not even full day yet. 15 hours within the day, 138 pips. What system does that if it's not Vortex? What strategy does that if it's not the strategy I hate? Here, same thing. Even with the London breaks, like 10 pips, we go in for the kill. We'll go in for the full 300 pips, 6 pairs every day, minimum 250, because we collect 50 out of 25 pips with 6 pairs. 25 times 6, 250. 50 times 6, that's 300. We go in for the kill, 300 within a day. I make 600 to 700 pips every week. The less I made a day, lazy days, I'll make 200 pips. Lazy days. if I was to put my body, spirit, mind, or soul within the market, I will come up with thousands of people just by following this simple strategy. See, if I was to enter 6 trades just from here to that reversal right there, 6 trades. Let's see how many pips it gives us. Right there, I'll enter 6 trades within 10 hours. 95 pips times 6. Do your maths. Do you understand? Like, yeah, just imagine using US 30. If you don't know what US 30 does to you, US 30 is the best. This is US 30, it's top of my list right there. Right? Up one US 30 on the chart is a different kind of ball game. US 30, we're in a 1 hour chart. This chart, 1 bar is 1 hour, right? This is what US 30 does to you. Enter the trade right there. Let me just give you one candle, 1 hour candle. You enter the trade right there. Look how many pips. I'm crap at maths, so I'm not the greatest at maths either. I can't even count. What's that? 30, I don't even know, but it's crazy pips. 3,500 in 1 hour. This is using a simple strategy in 1 hour. See, if I was to enter this market at the right beginning of the trade, right there. Let's go. Let's find a potential trade, right? We have a potential trade right there. We look for the vortex cross, and the vortex cross right there. We enter the trade. After we see the 2 confirmation, the cross and the dots, we enter the trade there. At that candle, look at that. The day 24 out. This is 1 whole day. This is 1 whole day using simple strategy. You have early entry within the market every single time. 24-hour in a day, that's the whole day, and the trend is still continuing because we didn't have no reversal. Simple.
It's 45.
4,400.
That's crazy.
4,488 pips. That is insane, right? the trend continued. Let me go. The trend continued. The trend started there. Here we have a trend lasted up until here. I don't know, like me, 1 week of this trade, I don't need no more for the rest of the month. Right there, I enter my trade there. Even 1 day is enough. 24-hour candle is enough. 4,000 pips. Hey, catch me on Dubai next flight, VIP business class. I'm in there. Do you understand? This is just 1 whole day. See if it was to trade this within the week. There's 5 days in the week. Do your math. 4,277 times 5 within the week. So what strategy gives you early entry, and what currency or what pair that uses that so many pips? This is insane. Using one simple strategy, right? Let's bring the US 30 here. So we trade the trend. US 30 right there. Right here, we have a reversal. If I was to enter this trade, this is where I will enter it. Do you understand? This is where I would enter it, right at this candle here. At least we have a clear, perfect entry right there. Vortex has finished forming. It's not gonna come back down anymore. Now we have the first candle formed. I will enter this candle here, just to be clear. Even if I was to enter this candle is not even finished yet. How many people does it give us? It's not even finished yet. right there to there. 600 pips. The candle ain't even finished yet. The candle has not even finished yet. We only just started. 600 pips, right? With 600 pips deep. I put vortex here, right at the beginning of a trend. Two candles. Ay, ay, ay. I am in deep using simple strategy that gives you early entry and early exits every single time. There, look at that drop. Look at that drop. Not even one day. The day ain't even finished yet. 16 hours in the day. I trade this trade right here. My broker will be on my neck. They be thinking I do some robbery. I robbed the bank. But no, I did not rob the bank. We just have an amazing strategy, amazing way to trade. Do you understand? This simple strategy, one pair will basically want to slap your boss, your manager, and just give them the finger, just, quit the job. And they'll be working for you. It's simple as that. So who is it that out there would want to collect 10 pips? Even if 10 pips, you'll make that 10 pips with this US30 within a second. Using one simple strategy. This strategy gives you entry, it gives you exit. You don't even have to exit. You can stay in the market as long as you want. You just exit when you see a reversal happening. So if I was to enter here, I'm not going to exit until I see this happening. I will just be adding my trades as I go down. Every pullback, I'll add my trade here, here, here. So I have more trades. I triple my pips, double my pips, whatever you want to call it, get more pips. I'm seeing the pips dry out of the market until my broker sends me that email saying, Mr. Clarkson, we don't have a choice than to, block your account or something. And that's when I get mad.
Has that ever happened to you, Cejay?
Has it ever happened to me? It will never happen to me.
The brokers.
No, it hasn't happened to me.
Okay.
I wish it would. I wish they would. I would take them to court first class, front line. I probably want to take that. I'll say keep it. I can make that much peak, and they will be amazed. Simple strategy.
How many pips was that? 16
strategy
hours.
Here.
Cejay, how many pips was that? 16 hours. That didn't even look right.
It didn't look right. Believe me, it looked right. There, that candle right there, 16 hours. 14 hours right there. I can't even count, and I'm good at maths. Whatever. You're in deep.
What does that say?
In the market.
11,000? That's 12,000 pips.
Exactly. It's like unspoken language. You need Einstein to tell you these figures.
I almost jump kicked my computer.
Exactly. And the person who introduced me to this pair, he is with us right now. Yes, you just did. He introduced me to this pair, and from there, I never look back. I'm currently in south of France right now, enjoying my holiday.
Yeah, and I told Giscard about the Agimat, and that led us to you.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and then I found Cejay on the Telegram chat, and
it is amazing.
Yeah, and my friend Aki, who's in the group too, he's the one that found the Agimat and showed me. So it's like
that's how it all happened.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a small world. And here, this is not even an argument. In this new strategy, you know how we used to think out This is not even argument. The only thing we have the argument is the crosses, and that's it. If I was to trade the argument, this is what my argument looked like right there. I even have still plugged in right there, and I've never traded it. I bought it. It's just there for decoration. I've never traded it.
Hey CJ, I don't like a couple days ago, or I don't even know if that was yesterday. It's all blurring now. But can you show everybody how you don't even need the candles? That was insane to look at. It was like you were just trading without the candles there.
Oh yeah, oh that one. Yeah, of course. Look what I can do with it. I can trade this strategy. It's so simple. I don't need no candles. Where is it? Let's go back to this one. The very first one. The second one that does the same thing. Let's go back to this one. Let's just hide the candles. Let's say, boom, the candles. I can't listen. You give me this strategy, I don't know where the candles are. But I know my reversal style right there. I know I'm entering. Let's find this one. Let's find another one. Okay, right there. That candle right there. I know I will not exit this trade. Let's see, my candle is right there. I don't even need to see it. Just look at that. I know the pullback happened there. Right there. I'll exit right there when I see this arrow. And I'll enter after the dots, the red dots, I'll enter for another one. Easy, light work. This, if you can trade like this, you're not even a trader no more. You're just a different kind of beast if you can trade without candles. And this strategy lets you do that. Let me take off this my amazing MA line. Okay, let's delete this because this is giving us an idea. There. I know pullback. I'll enter here. Pullback. I'll add another trade here. Every single time I see enter there, pullback. Look, 17 hours in the trade, I've made 3,944 pips. 17 hours. I'll exit there. Enter another trade from there to there. Obviously, we don't do pullbacks. I'll enter another trade from this blue to that red there. I'll enter another one from this blue to that red there. Enter another one from this blue to that red. So on until I see this arrow appear. I'll trade from this arrow to this arrow because we only trade V's and A's. We enter the V. We enter the A. We exit at the V. Simple as that. We enter here, exit there. Enter here, exit there. Simple strategy. Simple work. We enter there, the next V is right there. There. So from here, you're thinking, what is he looking at? There's not even candle there. I don't need to look at candle. Right there. 117 hours. That is just under 2 days or 3 days, just about 3 days and a couple of hours. Right? In the market. There. Let's bring back the candles. There. It's simple. Simple. Here we've seen a lot of noise. If I was to pull back the new strategy, we don't see noise. Yeah, we don't see noise in the market. Here, a lot of things happening with the vortex. Here, we don't even see much happening with the vortex. But we have clear entries. We have entry there. We know when we see this happen, the next candlestick is a trend confirmation, and we enter, we take the next one. So from here on, from here afterwards, we will not have a retracement of nothing. We will shoot all the way up until we see another red candle pointing down. That's where we exit this trade. This is not the argument. This is not the argument. The argument cannot stand side to side with this. Argument repaints. This is vortex. This is the beast. This does not repaint. If this arrow wants to stay there, it will stay there. It will stay there. And best believe after it comes, the trend is always going on the direction it tells you. All you need is have good entries. That's where we have the cross blue dots and the red dots, and also we have to wait for the cross, for obviously the V to shape. That's where we enter for this trade, for a buy. It's simple as that.
And
This
actually,
is not the argument.
we do wait for the green candle, so I guess we should keep the candles on there.
Yeah. So the thing about this strategy too, you will get an alert for your entry. See this panel here?
Oh.
Whenever the color change, you get an alert. It tells you you're ready.
Oh.
Whenever this comes blue here, green candle, the first green candle here, that's where the alert pops up. If you have a phone alert, you have your phone, you'll see your phone alert. If you have on screen alert, you have on a screen alert, it will tell you to enter. So you enter exactly at the beginning of the trend.
I want it.
Do you understand? You enter at the beginning. Of course, you will get you alerts as you get along, because even on an uptrend, on a green uptrend, you see some red candles. Those are just pullbacks, and you get an alert. But obviously, you will know it's pullback because you haven't seen the arrow pointing the other direction yet to tell you this is a reversal. You'll still stick into that trade. Stay in that trade until you get an alert, and then you see, okay, cool. This alert, the first thing I need to look at, has it gone? If it doesn't have an arrow, you stay in it. Does it want an arrow? If it does have an arrow, you come off it with major pips. With major pip as always. So the week has just started. I'm giving everyone from today to Wednesday, they need to make at least 500 pips, and is reachable. Listen, you may laugh now. I make 200 pips a day. Simple. That's like an hour or two of 200 pips. You're trading this pair with six. You trade in this strategy with 6 pairs. So I trade the GBP pairs, all 6 major pairs. So I have all them lined up here. Even if you're trading and you're aiming for 50 pips. With 6 pairs, you're making 300 pips. So 50 pips is light works. From here, it's 50 pips. Obviously, using normal pair. This US 30 is not normal. This is different kind of thing. All right. Let's use normal pairs. Right there. 50 pips using this strategy is nothing. If I was to enter there, 50 pips is like a couple of candles away. There. That's 50 pips in 4 hours. That's 50 pips. But we aim for the fish. We aim for the shark. We wait for the end of the trend. We take everything that's in the market. Within 13 hours, we get 147 pips. So even if you're getting 50 pips, which is there to there, times 50 pips, you're making 300 pips a day, light work. Easy.
Hey, CJ, that indicator you're using, so that has a push alert, so it'll come to the phone as well?
Yes, the indicator here, it has a push alert. So if you go to it, let me open it. if you go to it, you will have a push alert right there. You change your setting, obviously. There, you get mobile alert. Change that to true. On screen alert, turn that to true. If you also want email, you change that to true. So every single time you see something's happening within your trade, you will get an alert telling you the TP Hakanashi panel trade the pair, the current pair, where the action is coming from, and what is it that is going on. You get that. So that's
That's
all
a
that
great
comes.
that's a great feature to have.
Yeah, that is an amazing feature. So you can even modify it. So if you trade on lower time frame, you can select the lower time frame that you want an alert from. So if I was to select all time frames from 1 minute to month, you have something like this. There, you have it all listed like that, right? And you get like this in the market. So you will say, it will tell you Hakanashi plus dashboard US 30 sell. So if you go on US 30 1 week time frame, you sell. So it's telling you to sell here on the 30 minutes, it's telling you to sell. So you go there, you're on a red candle on the 30 minutes. Red candle means sell. The green means buy. So on the 5 minutes, we have a buy. So the 5 minutes, obviously it's not showing there, but you get idea. 1 minute, we have a sell, buy, sell, sell, buy, sell, 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 buy.